Tonight, the Jag won't start. Nope. I change a bulb. And a box is opened. One of these. Evening, boys and girls. Welcome to today. And, oh, sugar. I am going to be changing a headlight bulb on the i30 today. Because on the way home 2 nights ago, because I've just had a couple of days off, it blew. So, yeah. I thought you guys might want to see me buggering about doing that. So, yeah. I thought I would take you with me today. I only stand over here, not so as I could look at the camera and all this kind of stuff, but because my microphone really picks up that boiling kettle, as I found out in the last edit. It's been raining, so what I've got to do is I've got to get myself a foot pump because my one heroically broke when I last used it. I don't exactly know what happened, but something seized and it bent. Obviously, you know how a foot pump works, obviously, but it bent the rod that goes into the cylinder and just kind of it imploded. Yeah. It's the only way I can really describe it. It just kind of died. And I've got to move the cheap heap, and that's got a flat back tyre because the alloy's a bit iffy. But we've had new neighbours move in next door, and it's always been older gentlemen that have moved in next door, usually with disabilities because of how they rent that particular property. But this time they've got a husband and wife and their son. The son's probably 20, I suppose, and he drives a Fiesta ST. I think he's put a bit of a naughty boy exhaust on it, but outside of that I can't see him having done that much to it. So basically, when I'm recording stuff here now, myself and Simon and Dan and Gary, whoever comes round, we have to kind of time it when they're out, otherwise it's carnage. The old guys, either they were out down the hospital or they were down their friends who live in disability housing just down the way from where I am, or they just stayed indoors. So it was kind of brilliant. But unfortunately, that has completely changed now with the family moving next door. So yeah, it's going to be fun. But anyway, I suppose I should have my cup of coffee and go and get some bulbs. Well, anyway, I'm in the i30 today, if you hadn't guessed, and I'm trying to keep that camera from bouncing all over the place by using a trick I learned, or myself and Gary discovered when we were buggering about at his. Now, anything we recorded was just testing, you'll never see it. It was just to see how he got on with his Subaru. And the camera was bouncing all over the place because his suspension is very, very solid. And he had a microfiber cloth thing, which I also have as well. And I folded it up, I put it behind the camera, I put the camera back against the camera mount back against the windshield, or the case with the GoPro in, I should say. And perfect, absolutely perfect. So I'm using my microfiber cloth in the same way. Now obviously I'm in the i30, so my suspension it's not exactly sports suspension, let's put it that way. So it's a relatively comfy ride. I'm trying something different with a microphone, so if there's a lot of scratching in the background of my t-shirt moving between the belt and, well, you can see where it is. Many apologies, but again, it's just experimenting, it's just trying different things. And seeing as I've got to change a headlight bulb today and I want to move the Jag, if it will start, that's the other thing. I haven't started it for ages. I thought, might as well make some content and see what I can do, because obviously if the entire channel that myself, Simon, all that lot are building is around cars, working on cars, driving cars, all that kind of stuff, going to car shows, for example, then, well, when I'm working on my own car, even if it's just changing a headlight bulb, you know, nothing magnificently amazing, why not record it? Why not try? Why not practice doing the mundane. I mean, how hard can it be? No, I won't cut just there, don't worry. You know, I haven't actually, this is 70,805 miles in this car, and I've never changed a bulb in it. Brake light bulbs are all still working, indicators are fine, reverse lights are fine, fog lights are okay, side lights are fine. And the only thing that's gone is the near side headlight. Well, it's not too bad, you know. It's 70,805 miles, like I said, and the only thing that's gone is the near side front headlight. I mean, the headlight bulbs blow all the time, but it's actually quite impressive when you think about it, because okay, it's only a couple of years old, this car. What is it, 3 and a bit years old now? Not long had its first MOT, and I drive this a heck of a lot at night because of the shift patterns I do. I might start in the middle of the day, or I might start first thing in the morning. Either way, I'm driving in the dark most of the time I'm driving this car, because if I start in the middle of the day, I finish in the middle of the night. And if I start first thing in the morning, 4 a.m. style thing, well, I am driving through the dark to get there, and I'll usually finish 12 to 14 hours later. So more often than not, given how short days can be the majority of the year, driving back in the dark. So the lights are always on. It's an impressive life expectancy of these bulbs. I have to admit that I thought they'd have gone ages ago. One other thing with this car, I have not, as yet, had any need to do anything with the braking system. So, like I said, 70,800 miles, call it 71,000 for argument's sake, because it's pretty much there, let's be fair. The brakes are still fine. Last time I had the tyres done, I had over 50% brakes left, discs and pads left. And that was only about 10,000 miles ago. So I think it was about 60% on the front and something like 68 or 70%, something stupid like that on the backs, I think. So, although to be fair, this is a large amount of motorway miles. It's not exactly round town, this car does. So again, little from column A, little from column B, I know. But it's still going to be the most miles I've ever got out of a set of brakes, I'll tell you that now, because that was 71,500 miles on a Fiat Bravo, and those brakes were done. But this is easily going to get to 80,000 on the same set of brakes, easy. I'm going to see if I can get it to 100,000. The challenge has been laid down. Clutch is still the same, flywheel still the same, DPF hasn't been touched. You know, it's doing quite well. Yeah, but it's motorway miles built. That's what a diesel is designed for, which is why it's doing quite well. If you have a diesel to go to the shops and drop your kids off at school and do no more than 10 minutes at a time, well, yeah, you're going to have problems because it's not designed for that. You should have a petrol or a hybrid, dare I swear at you. You know, I'm using a diesel for what a diesel is designed for. Doing the miles, cruising along with the cruise control on. Oh, I hate this junction. Doing the miles with the cruise control on. You know, that's what it's designed to do. And as such, I've had zero problems with it. But then I know other people who've gone out, bought brand new diesels, pretty much very similar to this, driven it around town, start, stop, all the bloody time. Oh, well, DPF filled up. No, well, I destroyed the dual mass flywheel on it. Well, yeah. The amount of people who scream and F and blind about dual mass flywheels failing, and they sit there on an incline holding it on the biting point. Do you not understand how clutches work? Well, I've got really good clutch control. Look, I can hold it on this hill on the clutch. Ah. Why did my dual mass flywheel fail? I don't bloody know, because you're a freaking idiot. Drives me insane. People bouncing up and down, dual mass flywheels are crap, dual mass flywheels are crap, dual mass flywheels are crap. And they just sit there with a foot on the clutch, waiting for the red light to change to green for 3 or 4 minutes every single time. They sit there holding it on the biting point on an incline every single time. And you sit there and you think, well, What? Why are you doing that? It bugs me. And of course DPF's filling up. Well, I only ever use it when I'm driving around town. Well, so your car's never getting to temperature? No. So it's always producing more soot and never hitting a burn cycle. And you're wondering why the DPF is failing. Not the most intelligent person in the world, are you? Well, anyway, let's see whether this thing will start. Nope. Nothing. Goody gumdrops, because I think my jump leads. Oh, my jump leads are in the Terrican, and Bert's used that for work. Brilliant. Seeing as the Jag wouldn't start, and I really don't have a clue what the hell's wrong with it, I'm guessing it's the battery, but it's 10.9, 10.4 to 10.9 on the battery, and cars I've had in the past that have had that have always tried to start, you know, and this is just not. So maybe it's gone and immobilised itself, but whatever. I thought I'll use it as an excuse to buy one of these. Take these there, that there, take that out. It's lovely jubbly, I don't know why they did that. You go. Don't need the instructions. Now supposedly this thing will work up to a 12-litre engine, because all the other ones, it's 75 quid, not too bad. All the other ones were like 2 litres. I'm like, but that's a 2.5. Okay, yeah, I know it would probably have done it, but I just thought, well, this says 12 litre, so haha. If ever I need to jump start a truck or something, I can. Maybe I just plug it in and give it the beans. Not suitable for charging non-rechargeable batteries. I've never come across a car with a non-rechargeable battery before. So, looks like I just plug this in, plug it into the car, and give it a crank. Right, now, will it start? So, move it off of there. Oh dear, here we go. Oh, there's life. No, nothing. Nothing yet. Let's see. No, nothing yet. Now, has it gone and immobilised itself? Right, well that's saying it's got enough in it, so it must have immobilised itself. Right. Okay, yep, I know, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. It starts, it's alive. Right. Don't touch those together. That will really annoy me. Oh dear. Oh, it lives. Nice and simple. Down here, give it a twist. Oh, hello. It's not wanting to let me. There we go. Take the cover off. And then it's a twist. Pull the damn thing out. There we go. Pull that. Put that in. Put that in like that. Now, before I clonk it all back together, do a test. And as you can see, it works. I can see it from over here. Lovely jubbly. Nice and simple. Put it all back in now. Ouch, that got hot really, really quickly. So, line that up. And then twist, and then a little bit of pressure. There should be a click. And there's a click. And then put that back in. If it'll actually go in. Doesn't seem to. Oh, there we go. There we go. That tightens to there. Now, that's the old one, the old knackered blown one. Now, what I tend to do, you don't have to, but I usually take the other one out, change both of them at the same time. They're both the same age, they're both going to blow roughly the same kind of time. So, there we go, pull that one out. Oh, hello. There we go. Pull that out, put that there. Put this one back in. Do the usual test, because you don't want to put it all together and figure out that it doesn't work anymore. Now this one, I keep this as a spare, because that way, if a bulb does go on me, although this doesn't have much longer left in this weld, it will get me home. It's nice and easy to do. Well, that's the bulb changed. Now some of you may have noticed this lying around when I was doing the unboxing, and even if you didn't, I'll tell you what it is. OBD2, I believe. And it pretty much reads all the issues with the car. You can reset it with this. This is a launch. It's a CRP 429C. It's predominantly for the American market, although they do obviously sell it in Europe. And the American car YouTubers I've seen, Junkyard Diggs specifically has one, and it works exceptionally well on his car. I've tried it on cars I've got, the i30, the Jag, Simon's Lexus. I've even used it on the Terrican. And although the VIN reader won't work on this, you have to enter it in manually, it does actually work. You can force a regen cycle on a DPF, obviously if the car's got it. You can reset all the codes. You can find out what's wrong with it. It will send you a diagnosis report to your email. It's actually a very good piece of kit. So you can see it turning on. Just for you guys. I do like using my phone for this kind of stuff. It just takes a while for it to warm up. It runs off of the car's electricity, so the battery only lasts a short amount of time on its own. But there you go. Oh, hello. There you go. And it is, as far as I'm aware, touchscreen. I'm trying to do this through the camera phone and I'm not used to it. There you go. Got 25 upgrades, because this goes on the, as you can see from up here, you've got the good old fashioned internet connectivity. So it's connected to my internet and I can do all my upgrades and stuff like that and see what needs upgrading. So you can recode injectors, all kinds of lovely stuff. It's actually a very useful tool, obviously Jaguar. It's actually a very useful tool. I'm glad I got it. It was 250 something quid, I think it was. Oh, hello, no, wrong one. There we go. There we go, records. And that was Simon's Lexus. Idle engine request. Wrong one. And it will play it all back if it had recorded anything, but I don't think it recorded anything. I think I was just buggering about with that one. But yeah. That's the graph for you. But there you go, that's the launch. I've just been buggering about with it really. I haven't really been doing too much to it. Got the Jag started, that's recharging the battery as we speak. I've got it on a quick charge. It's really odd. It was about 10.9, so effectively 11. And I've never had a car that won't start or won't even attempt to start when the battery's still being that high. But again, I've had a couple of X-types, never really had the batteries go flat because I've been using them. But there we go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the day, however boring it may have been. I'll see you the next one. I'll see if I can do something next week. There's probably something I can come up with sitting around doing something, you know. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about. I've now got a metric sod ton of editing to do after I've cut the grass. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.